Other than the first 4 minutes, I thought our defense tonight was pretty good. I think we allowed them to score up, not so much on poor defense, but more on turnovers and bad shots. And so I'm not happy about some people coming into the game and looking like they're playing for stats. That did not make me happy. But I'm happy about the defense that was displayed tonight, the rebounding, and I thought Alex Peacock had one of the best games any of my players has had in my 5 years here thus far, 4.5 years here. Alex played a tremendous game. And so that was a pretty good win for having only one guy in double figures. So, and unfortunately, especially I'm very happy about Alex's performance because NIjal has severe tendonitis, and his knees are hurting him pretty bad. That's why he didn't play, in case anybody's wondering. So we hope that improves to where we can get the minutes out of him, that he's been giving us.
Talk about the offense kind of being struggling there early at the beginning. You guys were strong in that half, went on a 13-5 run. What was the difference in the offense there?
I'm going to generalize that question. I don't think I got after my starters. I said, at the end of whatever it was, 4 minutes or whatever, it was 9-9, or maybe it was somewhere in there. I forget. I don't have a sheet here. But I thought we gave up so many points. I just didn't think my first five came out there with a lot of energy, and I was disappointed in that. And I let them know that at halftime. I thought some people came in and played well. We had too many turnovers. NIjal had 6. Marlon had 4. Emmanuel had 4. There's 14 out of 22 right there. And that's 3 starters. We can't have that. We cannot have that. So the starters are hearing it from me as much as anybody in that room over there. That you're going to have to do a better job on both sides of the ball.
What do you think the biggest reason was for the starting 5 to have trouble with it?
I don't have an answer for that. All I can tell you is you can feel it in the locker room. When they say you can feel the tension, that's definitely. There wasn't enough tension in the locker room. Everybody says you got to play relaxed. Well, you got to be somewhat ready to go. You got to be anxious about the game. I always say that the hardest part of my job, other than traveling for recruiting and games, is on the day of the game, waiting for the game to start. And you've heard soldiers say that the hardest, waiting for the battle to begin is the hardest part. Once the battle begins, you just get into it and do your thing, and that's the way I feel. And I just didn't feel like there was enough anxiousness about, hey, we got this game coming on. I'm not sure anxiousness is the right word. I'm not sure what it is. I can't come up with the right word right now. So I do want to compliment our guys on their defense. I thought we did a good job, and I thought they rebounded well. So.
You mentioned Alex having one of the better games you've seen in your tenure.
Yes, that's one of the best games I think any player's ever had. 21-9-9. That's tremendous. Nijal's hurt, and he took advantage of it. We'll see if Nijal's knee heals up a little quicker.
You guys have had trouble with turnovers this year, had a season high 22. What's been the biggest reason for that so far this season?
Excuse me. Well, I'm going to tell you one of the reasons. Is people trying to go too quick to score. O.J. Black and Kagan Tilbury, Bobby Conley was a calming influence on our team last year. We have a bunch of sophomores. Everybody doesn't realize how young this team is. It's a young team. We say you got 3 seniors, but 2 of those seniors didn't play much last year. So this is a very young team, and they still have this ideal, some of them, including NIjal, who's a very good player, that, pass, I'm going to go. That may or may not be there. And I'm trying to get them to realize that you got to recognize when you have something available to you and when you're forcing it. And I think we're forcing it offense sometimes. That I don't know if I answered your question, but offensively, I just think we're pushing too hard to score too quick at times.
Coming back home to get a win like this, how does that help that you go forward?
Well, I just think that any win is a great win. You know, I was deeply concerned about our loss to UTSA, how we went down. I was really concerned about how that's going to affect a young team, and with the exception of the last 5 minutes against Canisius, we've really played pretty decent basketball since then. Canisius was a good team, but we could have beat them. They could have beat us. They could have. But if you think about it, there's 4 teams out there. Everybody beat Pine Bluff, Arkansas Pine Bluff. But then we beat Pacific. Pacific beats Canisius. Canisius beats us. So everybody, 3 teams went 2-1, and you know, I imagine if you did it again, you know, Pacific is a good basketball team, particularly at home. I think that we could beat Canisius and Pacific could beat us. But that's what I'm saying. You just got to have a mentality where you're just so focused on that game, and then when the game's over, it's kind of like, phew, now I have a couple of days to relax, and then I got to go at it again. So, a great group of kids now. I want to make sure everybody understands that. This is a very fine group of young men. They work real hard. They take care of their business. I don't lose sleep about what they're doing at night. It's just a good group of guys. I think very little of it is intentional in terms of forcing shots or taking bad shots or whatever. I just think it's a learning process with a bunch of young players that hopefully will get better quick.
Come back home and get the win. How does it feel to get this win, you know, coming back from being in California?
I feel good. It's what we're supposed to do, you know, so, I mean, we happy about it, but it's on to the next week. We need to string together some wins. I feel like we lost a few games that we should have won, so it's time to start winning.
Wasn't the best offensive night, Coach said, but he really praised the defense for you guys. What do you guys think of the defense tonight?
The defense was what got us going, because I know we started out first 4 minutes they had 9 points, and then at the end of the half they had 16. So you know the defense is what kept it going, even if we didn't have a great offensive night. That's what kept the game not in reach.
And we got to keep working, keep getting better. We got to get better on defense too. We all right. We just got to keep everything we're doing, just keep going. Everything. The offense. I don't say the offense is bad. I feel like we got a few turnovers, a few shots went in and out. It happens, you know. A few turnovers, it happens. Just keep playing basketball.
It's good. Coach said this was one of the better games you've seen from a player during his tenure here. What was going right tonight to have that performance?
Everything. But yeah, the shot was falling. You know, passing to my teammates. You know, they were making shots. You know, that's how you get 9 assists. You know, rebounds. You know, just rebounds about being tough. So I pride myself on being a tough guy and grabbing rebounds. I think I had more than 9, but it happens.
You mentioned being hurt because of that. Why is that?
It hurts. Like if it was 21, 8 and 8, I'd be okay. But 9 and 9 that's too close to a triple double.